One day I took my leave from town, I aimed a grin, a wildcat down. The beast and I began to stare. It was a growling grizzly bear. Little Betsy, my one and only Betsy, I can travel far and wide with Betsy by my side.
Yes, sir, this is a gun that did it, folks.
Tell them about when you went to gather whittling sticks.
Oh, yeah. I got myself into a fix. I was picking whittling sticks. The snow was frozen on the ground. Like a hungry wolves came round.
Little Betsy,
My one and only Betsy,
I can travel far and wide with Betsy by my side.
yes, sir, this is a gun that did it, folks. Hey, Davey, tell them about the trouble you had with the engine.
When I was riding through the woods to trade off skins for boughten goods, 40 arrows hit a tree. I knew the Sioux were out for me. Little Betsy, the one and only Betsy, I can travel far and wide with Betsy by my side.
Forward, march!
Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Now, look, there are a lot of wonderful rides here in Pioneer Land and Frontierland. There's horses, and there's mules, and there's wagons, and there's some little kids over there waiting for a mule ride. Fess, buddy, why don't we give them the thrill of their lives by going over and putting them on the mule ride for the first time?
Let's do it.
Come on over here.
We'll return to Frontierland, to the stage of the Golden Horseshoe, to old New Orleans and the maiden voyage of the Mississippi Riverboat, the Mark Twain, in just a moment.
Stole a herd of cattle, but they didn't know the herd they stole was mules. When they caught the...
Yes, sir. This is Bob Cummings again. Now, Art Linkletter has just gone down to the landing to give a wonderful send-off to the riverboat Mark Twain on its maiden voyage. But before we join him, I'd like to have you see Slewfoot Sue's Golden Horseshoe. It's really the showplace of the frontier. You know, in the folklore of the Old West, there were so many legends that were real, and they became men. And so many men that were so real, they became legends. And, of course, Slewfoot Sue was the girlfriend of Pecos Bill, the tallest man of the tallest tales of the Old Southwest. Now, if you can listen now, you'll hear that they're playing a song all about Pecos Bill. So come on, let's go inside and see what's happening, huh? Well, I tell you, Slewfoot Sue boasts the longest little bar in the entire wide world, with the tallest glass of soda pop. Now, of course, as you begin to see the interior, there's the stage and the orchestra, just like in the old days. Up in a box above me, I don't think you can see them, is Ken Murray and his wife, Betty Lou. And, of course, there's General Clarence Shoup and Mrs. Shoup, who's Julie Bishop, an old leading lady of mine. Aren't those gorgeous, those girls doing the can-can? And the audience is so enthusiastic here, ladies and gentlemen. Incidentally, this beautiful ceiling is also 5/8 scale. And everything here has been built especially by Walt Disney for this old dance hall of the old days. That, of course, is Donald Novus, or the star of the Sloop with the Stoop. Oh, and that whistle you hear, ladies and gentlemen, means that the Mark Twain is ready down at the dock. We don't want to miss the launching ceremony, so come in, my friend Art Linkletter.
A stern wheel riverboat, something most living Americans have never seen. A popular boat up and down the Mississippi 50 years ago and more. And Walt Disney has built this great, big, beautiful, authentic stern wheel paddle boat from keel to smokestack. $250,000 worth of boat that hasn't been built in America for 50 years. Loaded with gay and carefree, happy passengers, a band playing up there in the second deck, which is the Grand Salon deck, all paneled in special woods, ready for the parties of the year. And incidentally, Walt Disney and his wife Lily celebrated their 30th anniversary last Wednesday, right here in a special party aboard the Mark Twain. But right now, it's my pleasure to introduce the lovely lady and famous star whom Mr. Disney has asked to christen the Mark Twain. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Irene Dunn. Hello, Irene.
Hello, how are you? It's listing.
It's listing a little because it'll be shoving off in a moment.
Yes, well, this is an authentic stern wheeler. Did you know that? 105 feet long.
Well, how do you know all this?
Well, you see, my father used to be supervising general of steamships in America, and my grandfather used to build boats like this.
I'll bet your dad would love to be here today, up there standing by the wheelhouse.
I can almost see him standing up there now with the captain alongside of him, just as though it were the greatest place in the world.
Well, now, Miss Dunn, you're holding a very special bottle here in your arms.
Yes, I am, Walt. You see, this bottle contains waters from all the leading rivers in America.
Brought here from all these towns by the great rivers.
That's right. So with these precious waters, I'm going to christen this boat the Mark Twain.
And there the boat is christened, and it starts on its daily trips up and down the rivers of the world, of America, that is. Thank you, Miss Dunn.
Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got other places to go, and the Commodore, Admiral Joe Fowler, up there in the wheelhouse, looks like they're getting ready to shove off, so I better... Goodbye, Irene. And goodbye, everybody. Have a good ride. There goes the whistle. Take her away, Admiral. Goodbye. Have a good trip.
Mark Twain as she gets ready to start on her maiden voyage. The Mark Twain, a proud symbol of that romantic era when whole cities grew out of river ports. The churning paddle wheels brought new people, new customs, and new industries to those fabulous ports of call: Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Natchez. The riverboat even brought a new kind of music up the river from the city where the blues were born, where the Dixieland style was king, New Orleans.